Last day of August of 2024. It doesn't seem possible, but here we are, nearing September and school is starting. Even if you're taking the flex start, school is still starting. It's not flex enough for some of us, but you're ready for this. This is public speaking, and welcome. I've been doing it online since 2010, and I can tell you there is great benefit to asynchronous public speaking versus face-to-face. Both equally good, but different outcomes. In this course, you will really learn how to think through, probably make better notes, maybe even do it more than once. You know, I've known some students have said that when they're going to do the video, they're trying so hard to get it perfect, and after a while they realize that's not necessary. But in the beginning they do. I had one student who did her video 30 times. I said, did it get better? She said, no, worse. So once you know what you want to say and you make yourself an outline and you practice it out loud without the video, you're warming up, and then you get to your video. If you make a mistake, you mispronounce a word, or the cat walks through and takes over the video, it's okay. You can keep going. You will not have points taken off. I understand the intricacies and the weirdness of this. This is a little weird. It's like having an out-of-body experience. I'm talking to myself, but we have found that many students benefit from this practice. So when it's time to speak face-to-face on a job interview, or in another class, or in a community group, or your church group, you have practiced. Your oral communication muscle has been exercised, and you can rely on yourself to get yourself through. In fact, it probably will be a little easier because your audience will be there encouraging you, smiling, nodding. And right now this is lonely, but believe me, I am looking at you, and so will others. This is a course in skills, public speaking skills. You all have them. We're just waking them up and doing it in a little bit more of a formal setting. So make sure you know you can do this. And I've had students who are incredibly quiet, incredible introverts, who are very, very bright, who say, how am I going to pass a public speaking class when there's so many extroverts in the class? You will. You will pass by your own willingness to take on every module seriously. You'll do the discussion boards. You'll let the immersion of new ideas and thoughts penetrate your mind and start thinking in a different way about this discipline. Rather than thinking, oh no, I don't want to do that. Think, what is in this discipline that I already know? You will notice right off from the beginning that every speech is an intro, body, conclusion, just like written communication. If you do open up our textbook, which is free, virtual, I do not assign it, but it's a really good support system, and even look down to the names of the chapters, you will say, this really looks like an English text, because they do accompany each other. If you are strong in written communication, you bring that skill set into this discipline of oral communication, and you're more than halfway there. So just realize you already know a lot about this discipline. Plus, you have been communicating with nonverbal and then verbal since you were born. So you have practiced. Like I said, this is just a little bit more formal. I'm going to look at my notes. Always have notes with you. Always. Do not be shy about looking down at your notes and then looking back up at the camera. I encourage, glasses slipping. I encourage eye contact when we can. Same in face-to-face. But 100% eye contact is not necessary. You don't want to be just staring at your audience in person or on video. But you want to include them. So you keep your body open to them. You keep hand gestures open. And you have good posture. And you just recognize the fact that someone is listening. It completes the communication model. I am sending out a message, you are receiving it, and when we get to that shared meaning, the communication process has been completed. So let's see what I wrote here. I said, just make sure you breathe. In week 8, we talk more about breathing exercises, but even now, how you calm yourself down. Maybe some of you do yoga, or you're into sports, and you know, or music, and you know the importance of breathing in through your diaphragm, breathing out. Let it just take in. Just get yourself to that equilibrium level so that you can do your best. So breathing, always have notes, keep a steady pace. Do not get behind in this class. Really try not to. It's designed to work as a community. You do your speech, your peers do their speeches, we watch the speeches, and then from there we complete a journal, which I'll talk to you about later on in the semester. So we can't do our journal unless you do your presentations. Plus, it's a way of comforting this whole thing down, calming it down to something manageable. So are the discussion boards. Every time you contribute to a discussion board, someone reads your post, you read someone else's post, you respond, you are developing relationships. And those relationships are important. You're doing two things at once in this class. You're developing relationships with others, and you're developing the relationship with yourself. So this is really, it's really got a lot of skill sets going on here. And they're done almost ubiquitously. You don't even know they're happening. But at the end of the semester, I'm going to ask you what you will take away from this class. And students who are really surprised they liked this class or they were willing to do the work will say they've been changed. Even if it's just a little bit, they've been changed. And then this is the class that launches you into the future for your further oral communication skills. So let's see. This is an immersion class. You're going to be involved in deep mental thinking when you're watching all those videos. There's a reason we have so many. I do not demand you read chapters. I used to do that, and then quizzes. It was a fight. It wasn't fun. So now that I've gone to videos, more students will do it. But those chapters are always there for you, and they're excellent. Getting to know each other. Let's see. Transfer your skills from the video to the face-to-face, and you'll be surprising how positive this can be. It really can. Usually by the third speech, students are saying, wait a second, I really can't do this, can't I? You have always had the power all along, but this is supposed to be a safe place to practice. I think that's it. I think I'm done. Oh, I want you to mention the light of the camera. I am outside right now. When I did my other speech about the 3 things that you can't see by looking at me, I was in a windstorm. I was really outside, and you can do that too. But you notice how distracting it is. My hair was blowing, and maybe you couldn't even hear me. I'm still outside because I like the outdoors. I will change this around when it gets colder, but right now it's still nice out. You can be wherever you feel comfortable. Some students do their speeches always in the same place. That's their comfort zone, with their cat nearby or their dog nearby, or if they have children, some of them have children in the room or an audience of their choosing. It makes them feel safe and grounded. That is fine. During the pandemic, I think I was in everyone's kitchens. That was the favorite spot. And then it moved over to the car. Some people like just to take the video camera into the car. I do not care, but know you have a choice. And you might find that the energy differs depending on where you are. I'm very comfortable outside, so here I am outside. Let's see, what else do I say? Make sure you warm up, just like a batter would warm up to go up to pitch, even though they're skilled. Before you do your speeches, speak to someone, have a conversation, sing. That helps a lot. When I'm going to live presentations, I usually sing with the radio. And I just sing, just to warm up the vocal muscles and just keep everything fresh and crisp so that my lips are there, my tongue is there, and I can enunciate my words, I should say, not just announce. And that's it. Try to look at the camera as much as you can. So you're going to need a camera. I'm using my phone right now. You're going to need a microphone. So when any of those skill sets or those tools leave you, you're going to be in the lurch. So always have a plan B. You may borrow equipment from our library at Bristol Community College if you're a student at Bristol Community College, or even your local library, or ask a friend to borrow their camera phone. And then I use YouTube. I do it on private setting, but I'll send this to my YouTube, get the URL, and then when I'm doing the voice thread, that's where I put that right in there. You will see when you open up the voice thread, there's different ways to get your video on there. You can go through OneDrive, you can do it directly from your camera or from your computer, or you can do it the way I do it. And there's probably another way to do it. So whatever you're comfortable with. Some of you have been doing videos for TikTok and other social media sites. I don't think it's going to be much different. You will see when you open up that site. I think my glasses are too small, right? Or too loose. They keep falling on me and it's making me crazy. If I were to be doing a speech live, although I do need my glasses to read, but I'm going to take them off now, see if that helps. I just look at my audience, right? Don't put the glasses on. So if you find something's annoying you, take it off if you can. There are 6 videos. This is your first video. This is your practice run. This is when you're checking things out, from your technology to how you feel, sound of your voice, right? I hate the sound of my voice, but I've always hated the sound of my voice. But it's the voice I have. Right now we're starting fall soon, and I get those seasonal allergies, so I always sound like I just got out of bed, and I really did not, but that's just how it is. If I'm doing a presentation for real, but I mean by that, like a 20-minute to a 40-minute presentation in front of a live audience, I will do a lot of gargling. I will drink lemon and tea together warm. I'll try to keep it as open as possible. I did do that right before I came here, but I'm sitting outside and I can feel it all clogging. Do not keep changing your video because of that. We get it. This is practice, and we are all in this together. So there are 6 videos. This is the first one, and then 5 more. The 5 more that come, those are graded. There's the in the news, there's an informative, persuasive, personal experience or brief opinion, and then a final word or free choice. So those are all in your future. I think you will find by the 3rd presentation, you're feeling a little more comfortable. You know where you like to take your videos. You know just how long time goes on. Right now I've been speaking for 11 minutes, which will be twice as long as any of your videos. The videos run from a range from 2 to 5 minutes to 4 to 6 minutes. And I don't want you to think that you're going to go do a 12-minute video and I'm going to say, great job. No, keep the time limit in mind. That helps you with the economy of words. This is the longest video I'll ever do for you. After this, they're usually like they were for the 3 things you know about me short. I just don't want you to bore you, but I do want to talk to you. It's very important that you know that I write out those words for the discussion board. I post all those questions, and there's a person behind those questions, right? And that's me. Speaking of that, when you're answering the discussion boards, you do not have to go through every single one of those questions. Those are prompts. Those are just to trigger a response. You may watch the video and you have a natural response that you would say in class, right? Write that down. It doesn't have to follow what I say. I put them there as guidelines to give you an idea. Same thing with the journal. There are 4 questions. You do not have to answer each question. What would be natural for you to say as a response? I want this to be for you. This is for you. You are practicing and exercising and developing your oral communication muscles, and I'm so glad you're here. All right, the birds are chirping, and it's time for me to go. And it's been 12 minutes and 58 seconds. Ooh, 13 minutes. That's my favorite number. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and take it one step at a time.